Good morning, guys. It is Sunday, the 26th of October. I woke up quite early this morning and had this urge to just get on my bike. So here I am. I don't really have any destination in mind, but I thought I'd just start by biking into the city center and then see where that's gonna take me. Quite windy today, as you can see. So my bike mount for my DJI keeps falling down, so I need to pick it back up once in a while. I used to bike a lot when I was a kid, but then after I moved to Copenhagen, or actually when I became 18 and I was still living at home and got my driver's license, that's when I pretty much stopped biking. And then moving to Copenhagen, I just took public transportation everywhere, and same thing when I was living in New York. But then when I came home from New York, I told myself that I needed to get into a better shape. And what better way to do that than biking 6 kilometers to work and then 6 kilometers back from work every day. Alright, so we're almost close to exiting the borough of Nørrebro and entering the city center. Alright, so when we cross the street, we've pretty much exited the borough of Nørrebro and we're entering the city center. And more specifically, the lakes. Alright, let's just take a small break here so you can see how beautiful and cozy the lakes are. So as you can see, we're at the lakes. This is such a common spot to do a first date here in the city as well. A common thing would be to grab a coffee around the lakes. And I understand why. It has a distance that's long enough to make it a good enough first date option. A lot of people also go for runs here, go for walks here, before work, after work, during the day. It's a heavily utilized set of lakes. And the reason why I'm saying lakes is because there's one here, there's one behind this lake, there's one over there, and there's one behind that one as well. I'm super happy that I got myself one of those DJI Osmo Nanos because it just makes it so much easier to record out in public. Like it's less intimidating because it's just this small device, so it doesn't look so obvious, you know, compared to if you were holding a big camera rig or something like that. So I really like this setup quite a lot. Alright, let's continue. Det er så fint. So on my right side you have torvhallerne. You're not really able to see that, but that's where me and my buddy, we had those Argentinian empanadas the other day. I sometimes take this route to work, and there's this beautiful view, like when I take a turn right here, and I always wanted to grab a picture of that. I think I'm gonna do that today. There we go. So this is one of the many castles here in the city. All right. Now we're gonna bike to Nyhavn, which is those colorful buildings that you see on the majority of postcards from the city. But before we do that, let's take a quick walk into Kongens Have, the King's Garden, because there's another great view of the castle that we just saw. I don't know why, but I always had this thing for beautiful views. I mean, I think that's probably something that every human has. One of the things that I absolutely love about the city is just how walkable, how bikeable, how accessible it is. I've been to a ton of cities around the world where you're dependent on a car or public transportation, but the fact that you can literally walk to anywhere and or bike to anywhere you need to go to is awesome. And I think I would have a hard time living in a city where I would be 100% dependent on public transportation or 100% dependent on a car to get around. It's just nice to just be able to jump on my bike and then head out. So some of the last recordings that I've done on this camera, I accidentally covered the mic, and I just want to make sure that I'm not doing that this time. Alright, let's clip this back on. And by the way, when you purchase this camera, you get this necklace thing, and you can just clip the camera right on it. Boom. Super easy. Alright, are you ready for this view? Oof. Take a look at how beautiful that is. Let's grab one landscape as well. Very nice. And now let's go to Nyhavn as promised. I'm not sure if you can tell from this camera, but right over there you've got Cinemateket, which is a nice rooftop with a cinema on the roof where they show a lot of old films and movies. I haven't had the opportunity to actually watch a movie up there, but I had the opportunity to just go up there and then enjoy the view over Kongens Have, which is a pretty nice view, to be honest with you. Honestly, I should do this a lot more. You know, just waking up early and then jumping on my biking to the city center. Like, just look how cozy and beautiful this is. Wow. It's these tiny moments that honestly makes you feel alive. I think a lot of us have a tendency, including myself, to chase those huge dopamine hits. And yes, they feel good, but the thing is, there's just so far between them that if that's what you rely on to be happy, then I think it's pretty easy to become miserable pretty fast. I think the key to be just a little bit happier is to seek small moments like these, which happens every single day, and then be grateful of the fact that you get to experience them. There's this awesome bakery 2 minutes away, and it's called, I never know how to pronounce the name correctly, but it's Andersen and Maillard. I think in Danish you would say Andersen og Maillard. Again, not sure. I should probably ask them one day. How do you pronounce the name of this place? Either way, they've got something called a pistachio cube croissant, and it's absolutely amazing. And I thought of grabbing one of those, but man, I gotta watch my calories, so it's not gonna happen. So let's cross the street here. So just at the end of that street, we've got Nyhavn. And you'll be able to see that in, let me take a guess, around 1.5, 2 minutes probably. This street is called Gothersgade, which is pretty much the one place in the city where you've got the highest concentration of dive bars. So cheap bars with cheap liquor, cheap beer. I used to come here a lot when I was a student, but haven't been here in a long time. And that's probably for the better, to be honest with you. All right, so we made it to Kongens Nytorv, which is a main square here in the city. Fancy hotel where most of the celebs they stay when they come to the city. And right there we've got Nyhavn. And voila, there you have it. Let's grab a picture here somewhere as well. Let's just find a good spot. This looks good. All right. One here would be good too. All right. All right, so that was Nyhavn. So as you can see, it's pretty fast to just get from one significant spot in the city to another. It's really not a big city, it's super bikeable. And now we'll bike over to Amalienborg, which is the residence of the royal family. So similar to Buckingham Palace in London. Alright, and we'll be taking a left here. And there you have it, the residence of the king and the rest of the royal family. And as you can see over there, you've got the guards as well, similar to in the UK. I'm not sure if they have them anywhere else than Denmark and the UK. If they do, let me know in the comments, but that's at least the only two places that I know of. Let's maybe grab a picture of that as well. All right. And then you have the Copenhagen Opera. Right in front of us. And that's another one of my favorite buildings in the city. Look at this. So I was inside of that building for the first time last weekend or 2 weekends ago. My girlfriend and I, we went in to see a show called Tosca. It was quite a nice experience. It was long, it was 3 hours, but it was a good experience. Yeah, another beautiful building. Alright, let's continue. Now we are gonna bike to the Little Mermaid. Again, I had no destination in mind when I got up on my bike this morning, but then you suddenly get one idea and that leads to another idea, then another idea, and then suddenly you got your whole day planned out. Honestly, I should do this more often. I really should. Alright. I'm gonna clip you back on that necklace thing. was so dope. That guy was running in his business attire. Again, guys, there's no excuses. You saw the guy. He forgot his workout clothes. He was like, man, that's not gonna stop me from running. He just got on his work attire and then and then he went running. That was awesome. All right, so we're almost at the Little Mermaid. And you can probably see it over there, but that's the Little Mermaid. And there you have it. Let's take a quick photo of that as well. All right, let's take a small break here somewhere. Maybe right here. And then I'll think of where to go next. All right, so the reason why I wanted a quick break wasn't because I was tired, but just wanted to make sure that I was actually recording the footage that that I thought I was recording, and fortunately that was the case. So yeah, let's get back up on the bike in just a minute. I'm not sure where to bike to this time, but I guess let's just get on the road and then see where the road takes us. I'm pretty sure an idea will just suddenly pop up. That's at least what typically happens. All right. All right. So I actually don't think I've ever biked over this thing. Man, it is so windy today. Okay, now I've got a route. Let's bike towards the lakes again, and then from there on, let's head back to Nørrebro and then decide what to do from there. And by the way, the building that you see right over there on the right side, that's the US Embassy. And that's where I went to get my E2 visa to be able to work in the US. This is also where I went to get my other visa when I when I got the opportunity to go on exchange back in 2011, 2012 to Michigan. So yeah, I've had 2 experiences inside the US Embassy. I think this is a perfect place to just take a tiny break and then debrief. Or not debrief, but think about where to go next. So we made it to the first initial lake where we started this video today. Alright. Alright. What are these swans? Let's see if I can grab a picture of that. So you probably heard this from one of my previous videos, but I decided to pause drinking alcohol. It's not like I was an alcoholic or anything, but obviously, like most other adults, I had my Friday drinks and my Saturday drinks. But I decided to give my body a break, and honestly, it's been the one of the best things I've ever done for myself in a very long time. I haven't touched alcohol for around 62 or 63 days now, and I can just feel that my mood has gotten better, my energy levels have increased, and it's so much easier to just get up and do stuff because you don't have that brain fog, which you typically have. And then one of the biggest pluses is the fact that weekends, they just feel so much longer, and I feel like you're just getting so much more out of them than laying in bed with a hangover, ordering food, and then just sitting at home all day. So I really enjoy this. I'm not sure if I'm gonna, or how long I'm gonna continue not drinking for, but I think what I at least told myself is that whenever I feel like I want to drink, I'm going to do it, but I just haven't had that feeling yet. Alright. So yeah, I definitely recommend you to give it a try if you haven't taken like a long pause from alcohol before. You know, January is also coming up, and one of the big things in the US, maybe the rest of the world as well, is something called Dry January, where when you do it, you don't drink for a whole month. But I guess you don't have to wait for January to get started on it. Alright. Alright, so we are back in Nørrebro, and I am almost home. I really hope you enjoyed this Sunday morning with me. Once again, didn't have any plans, but then I just got on my bike, and then the ideas just kept flowing. Now the final idea is biking home, so that's what I'm doing right now. But yeah, hope you enjoyed it, and see you next time.